Now I want to bring in former Republican presidential candidate and CEO of the New Voice, Herman C. Herman, what do you make of it? I almost don't know where to start. Now, it's one thing if you think that maybe these companies have grown too big, but she wants to dismantle acquisitions and mergers that have already happened.
Charles, let me start with the good news. The good news is she's not the Democrat presidential candidate, and she's not the president. With her ideas, she could move to Venezuela or Cuba and feel right at home. That's the bottom line. Now, here's the other side of this story. All of her ideas, she's trying to out-big government, out-regulate, out-increase taxes over all of the other candidates that are Democrat presidential wannabes in order to try to distance herself. And the fact that she wants to go after big companies, out large or small, that is anti-capitalism. That is anti-competitive. Now, we already have rules in place to keep these companies from going crazy. What she is doing is trying to distance herself, and the good news is most of the American people are not stupid, and they are getting smarter. Only in her home state of Massachusetts and parts of the Northeast are they seriously considering these anti-competitive ideas that she's throwing out there.
Well, within the party, though, Herman, it feels like they are seriously considering them. I mean, when the Green New Deal came out, at that point, all the announced presidential candidates on the Democratic side all jumped on board. And many of them continue to stay on board and saying, don't worry about the price tag. Whatever it is, the ends justify the means.
They are dead wrong, and they are just trying to do Me Too, Green New Deal stuff, and it's not working with most of the people. I talk and connect with ordinary Americans, regular folk, every day. The people that are throwing out these Green New Deal ideas, the Elizabeth Warren ideas, they are out of touch with reality, and they are out of touch with most of the American people. I'm not worried about that. They're just trying to out Green New Deal each other and out raise taxes each other. That's what they are doing in this very splendid race that they have, trying to become the nominee for the Democrat Party.
Herman, what do you make also in the meantime that it's so interesting because these candidates just say the same thing over and over again, year after year, you know, election cycle, and they're saying, hey, we want to bring back blue-collar jobs and raise wages for the forgotten man and woman. I don't know if they've looked, but 7 months in a row, the forgotten man and woman has gotten a raise that Wall Street and the experts said could no longer happen.
The Democrats were the ones under President Obama's leadership who said they couldn't bring back these blue-collar jobs. You couldn't bring back manufacturing. Under the current president and his administration, they are coming back. It's just a talking point, Charles. It's a talking point that they will continue to throw out. It's the old analogy about throwing mud on the side of the barn. And you keep throwing mud on the side of the barn to see what sticks. And if that mud doesn't stick, they make it a little thicker, and they keep throwing mud. That's what their whole strategy is, because they have no solutions to offer that have proved to work. Right. And many of them are throwing out socialist ideas. And you and I know, and many smart Americans know, socialism has never worked since the beginning of time.
And, of course, sometimes when they don't have mud, they use a substitute, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you on.